Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making a quick, easy, and delicious stuffed salmon from my new book, Preppy Kitchen Super Easy. So let's get started. First off, set your oven to 425. This bakes so quickly. You're also gonna wanna line a rimmed baking sheet with parchment paper or foil. Now, we're gonna make the filling. I have a tiny bit of prep to do for this recipe, and I'm gonna start off by mincing 1/3 of a cup of onion. You could use red onion or white onion, it's really up to you. While I do that, I have to tell you, I'm so excited to be sharing recipes for my new book, Preppy Kitchen Super Easy. You know, as life has gotten busier for me with my kids getting older and business and all that stuff, it's hard to get dinner, dessert, breakfast on the table. So I still wanna make delicious, beautiful things, but I don't wanna spend all day in the kitchen. I wanna have my time be left for the moments that matter. So my new book is just delicious, streamlined, fast, easy, foolproof recipes that you can enjoy with your family and make with zero anxiety, no frustration. They come together quickly, and I give you all my time-saving tips and tricks, including using air fryers, Instant Pot slow cookers, and lots of different hacks wherever possible. I have links in the description box to order below, so grab a copy and you can make things like this wonderful dinner. You don't want large pieces of onion because this really bakes in just a few minutes and you want the onion to cook through. So give it a fine chop to mince it. When I developed this recipe, by the way, it was taking flavors from this Greek appetizer that I love. They're like little phyllo dough pastries that are filled with caraway seeds and cheese. They're very delicious, and my mom would make them for dinner parties growing up. So I wanted to take those flavors, but have it in something really like wonderfully easy to make, and that was the salmon. So we're making this quick filling for our salmon. It bakes off super fast, and you could prep this a day in advance and just have it hanging out in the fridge, ready to use. 1/3 of a cup, I'm gonna put this in a medium bowl. If you have extra onion, just pop it aside for your omelet in the next morning or for a delicious salad. Continuing on with the Mediterranean flavors, we're gonna want 2 tablespoons of fresh dill. Dill and salmon go hand in hand, and combined with the onion, the cream cheese, and the caraway seeds and everything else, this is so good. When I was developing this recipe, I would eat the entire batch. So it's meant to be for a family of 4 or for 4 portions, and I ate everything over the sink. It was that delicious. Maybe I shouldn't share that though. Like straight from the baking dish. Like, yum, 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 yum. A lot of times when I make dinner, I don't have all that prep time when it's dinner time. It always kind of sneaks up on you, and you're at the end of the day thinking, oh my God, what happened? I don't want to do this. It's true. So I like to prep things out whenever I have a few free minutes. So I could have this bowl out and mince my onion, chop my dill, do the rest of it, even make the filling, just have it hanging out in the fridge for 2 days, and then I could make my salmon. So you don't have to do everything at once, really think about what you can prep out. Now I want 1/2 cup or 50 grams of a delicious melty cheese, so grab some Gouda or Fontina and let's grate it up. Okay, 1/2 cup, perfect. For some lovely zing and a nice lift, I'm adding a teaspoon of lemon zest in. If you're eyeballing it, it's about 1/2 a lemon, I would say. And I also want 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, so I would usually just eyeball this, but for you, I will measure 1 teaspoon and 2. Nothing bad is gonna happen if you add a little bit more, so don't worry. To my mixture, I'm adding a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and you could add more to taste later on if you'd like, and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. One of the stars of this is, of course, the caraway seeds. I love caraway seeds, and you should definitely have them in your pantry. They're great for sprinkling on baked goods that are savory. 1 and then 2 teaspoons. If you want, like me, you could leave these whole or you could give them a rough chop. It's totally up to you. And if you don't like caraway seeds or just can't find them, you could try substituting in fennel or celery seeds. We have a lot of big flavors in here, but you want to have something mellow but delicious with a lovely mouthfeel that's rich. That's where cream cheese comes in. So we're gonna add 2 ounces of softened cream cheese here. Now you want to mush this all together into a paste. It's going to help if your cream cheese is very soft here. But if it isn't, just kind of like work it together with a fork. This is a good part for kids to help with. And already this smells so good. And just wait until it's filling up our salmon. This is all mixed up really well. You can see it's perfect for stuffing. So now we're gonna grab our salmon fillets and give them a stuff. For this recipe, you could use a really thick piece of salmon or a thin one. It'll adjust the baking time, but it's really up to you and how much your family wants to eat or how much you want to eat. And if you're making this for one person or two people and you still want to make the whole batch, just prep these out and then you can cook the remaining salmon the next day, or you just have some filling hanging out in your fridge a couple days and then use it on different things. I have my salmon fillets out here. I will have a little bit of extra filling so that I can get used the next couple days. We're gonna use a knife and cut right down the middle to create a pocket. Try to leave a little bit on the edge on either side uncut. This way we can pull it open and stuff it full, but the stuffing won't slide out the edges. Repeat for the other fillets and try to not cut all the way through the salmon so the filling doesn't seep out either. Right now, I can transfer my salmon onto my baking dish, just like that. We're gonna season the salmon with salt and pepper, and a sprinkle of salt. I'm also gonna sprinkle lemon juice over the salmon. Lemon and salmon are together hand in hand on this. You're gonna divide the filling amongst your salmon fillets, and let's be real here. I got some smaller fillets from the butcher today, or the fishmonger. If you have big fillets, they can support a lot more filling. So depending on your portion sizes of the meat, you might have a little bit of filling left over, or it's all gonna get used. If it's left over, I would just, have it in an omelet the next day, or there's so many uses for it. Eat it by the spoonful. Pop that in here. By the way, if you like my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. There's 2 new recipes every single week, lots of shorts, and there's always something delicious on the horizon. My salmon is stuffed, so now we're gonna drizzle with olive oil. My salmon's ready to go into the oven. I'm not gonna lie, I will eat all 4 portions of this and just make a separate dinner because this is so good. If you want though, you could bake off 2 of the fillets or 1 of the fillets and have these in the fridge, just cover them up nicely. I would leave them in for up to 2 days. It really depends on your salmon because that's what can go bad first. This will bake up for 8 to 12 minutes at 425 or until the fish is somewhat firm and flakes easily with the fork. In you go. And then we'll finish it off. Once it's out of the oven, plate it up, serve with a little bit of extra dill and a wedge of lemon, and just like that, it's ready to enjoy. Those flavors together are just amazing. I hope you get a chance to make this delicious recipe from my new book, Preppy Kitchen Super Easy. The recipe is in the book, so grab a copy. And if you like this video, check out my book playlist.